Alright, so moving on to the next segment. I'll be sharing my top 5 heavyweight boxers in the sport of boxing today. So I'll be ranking my respective fighters from 5 all the way down to number 1. At number 5, I have Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang is the wild card factor for me right now in the heavyweight division in the sport of boxing. And he's just showing that age is just a number. He's currently 40 years of age and still competing at the highest level in the heavyweight division in the sport of boxing. He's coming off of 2 impressive back-to-back knockout victories against Joe Joyce. The first outing, he proved they could have been considered a fluke by a lot of people, but Zhilei Zhang proved in the rematch that he had against Joe Joyce, he showed that that was not a fluke, and he actually got the stoppage, the knockout earlier than he did in the first fight in the rematch between the 2 respective fighters. So Zhilei Zhang, as far as I'm concerned, is the real deal in the sport of boxing. He currently stands as 26 wins, 1 loss to his resume, and has 21 wins coming way of knockout. I would love to see him get in the ring with some big time names in the heavyweight division. Zhilei Zhang is number 5 on my list. And number 4, I have Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is one of the best heavyweight fighters that we have seen in this era in the sport of boxing. And he's one of the biggest overseas stars in the sport of boxing as we speak today. Former unified heavyweight champion in the sport, he's currently 26. He has 26 wins, 3 losses to his resume, with 23 knockouts to his resume. Former unified heavyweight champion in the sport of boxing, Anthony Joshua is the real deal. I would love to see him get back into the fold, into the mix of fighting the big time names and the heavyweight division and the calendar year 2024. He is number 4 on my list. At number 3, I have Deontay Wilder. Now, Deontay Wilder deserves his flowers. He deserves his credit for what he's done for the heavyweight division. The most popular heavyweight champion that this era of boxing has seen. When he was the WBC heavyweight champion, he was America's champion. He was the people's champion. Deontay Wilder has always been exciting to watch. Arguably put the heavyweight division on his back for years for the sport of boxing. Deontay Wilder has been a part of some entertaining, he's always been entertaining to watch and been a part of some incredible entertaining fights. He has held when he was the WBC heavyweight champion, he held the title for a total of 5 years. His title reign started in 2015, ended in 2020 with a total of 10 title defenses. Deontay Wilder has 43 wins, 2 losses to his resume, with 41 knockouts to his resume, and has sent every single opponent that he's ever fought to the canvas. Deontay Wilder has always been exciting to watch. He's number 3 on my list. And number 2, I have Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, the reigning, defending WBC heavyweight champion in the sport of boxing. Pound for pound, one of the best boxers in the world today. Definitely, in my eyes, the greatest heavyweight boxer in this generation. He's responsible for giving us one of, if not the best, heavyweight trilogy that we've seen in the sport of boxing between himself and Deontay Wilder. Those 3 fights are always going to be stand the test of time in terms of best heavyweight bouts in the sport of boxing. To me, he is the best heavyweight in this generation and has proven that. But I cannot say he's number 1. And the reason why I can't say he's number 1 is for his shaky performance that he had against Francis Ngannou just a few weeks ago. He pulled it out. And you guys know, if you guys go back and watch the combat series, I said that victory of Tyson Fury that he had over Francis Ngannou was very deserving. Barely though, but it was very deserving. But I cannot say you're number 1 on the planet today when you let a guy making his boxing debut nearly beat you. I can't say he's number 1. Tyson Fury is number 2 on my list. And number 1, I have the king of the heavyweight division, Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk deserves a lot of credit for climbing up from the cruiserweight division after becoming an undisputed champion at the cruiserweight division, climbing up to the heavyweight division to become the unified champion in the sport of boxing today. That is very impressive in my eyes to do that. And he outboxed Anthony Joshua twice on 2 separate occasions to become the unified champion in the sport of the unified heavyweight champion in the sport of boxing. Then went on to successfully retain his unified heavyweight titles against Anthony Joshua in the second fight that took place between the 2 respective fighters. To me, Alexander Usyk is obviously an unnatural heavyweight that has found a way to become the king of this division, holding 3 out of 4 of the most 3 out of 4 of the most important titles in the heavyweight division. Now it's time for him to find. It's time for us to find out who actually is the best heavyweight in the sport of boxing between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Still chomping at the bit to see this fight. Was supposed to see it December 23rd. Now we're going to get it in sometime in February 2024. But that fight is going to determine who, to me, is the best heavyweight in the sport of boxing. That is my top 5 heavyweight boxing list from 5 all the way down to number 1.